Peaches says we got a $9,000 grant for our barbecue kitchen. Wait a minute. So I'm trying to recall. Are you Peaches in the food desert as well, Peaches, that we talked to on the audio before? Because I meet a lot of y'all restaurant owners, food truck owners, etc. Are you the same Peaches? Let me know. Because my memory is good when it want to be. I remember details of stories and stuff. I can tell you what we talked about. I can tell you what happened. I can't tell you if you're the same Peaches. But let me know. Because it's, yeah, before I assume, I don't want to assume anything. But let me know. Is that you that also did barbecue? Yep, Dr. Karen says accessibility upgrades. Thank you, Peaches. So you telling me, okay, because I was trying to contain my joy. Since we talked, about 2 months ago, on this live, you've went out, applied for a grant, and won $9,000 for your barbecue. Is that what you're telling me? Is that, Peaches? Are you like the proof that what I be talking about works? Peaches? Let me know. Again, I don't want to assume. If so, you need to come on back on the live. We need to update, my dear. Metro Detroit, Romulus, Michigan, clean to the bone. Peaches, do you need to come back on here and talk to me? I think you do. I think so. Should we send you in? Should we bring Peaches on the live, y'all? Because, see, that's how y'all do me. Y'all come and learn and go apply and get that money, and I don't hear from y'all. It'd be a minute. Then come back and be like, remember when you had... Peaches, don't make me scream. I ain't got no voice, okay? All right. Resilient said upgrades to my home for residential care, home for elderly, accessibility upgrades is what Charlene. There you go, Charlene. I'm glad this is helping. Our city approached us, but I still had to write for it, of course. But you felt more prepared since our conversation, right? I'm taking credit. I don't really care, Peaches. I'm gonna take credit, okay? Okay, you can come on. Right, Resilient said, come on, Peaches. Okay, let's bring Peaches up, everybody. Can we give her a hand in the chat while I figure out how to... I think I just sent the invitation. Oh, did I do?
Hello.
Yes.
So I'm talking a little low because I'm at a doctor's appointment.
Okay.
But after I saw your, real quick, we talked the very, very first time, I reached out to the city, my local community, Romulus, Michigan, and was like, hey, Detroit has these things called Motor City Grants where they're giving $50 and $100,000 to small business owners and helping them do this, that, and the other. Do we have something on a smaller scale for our businesses in our small community? And sure enough, they did. So I just had to I had to write what we wanted, how we're going to use the money, and how it was going to help our business advance in the community.
Mm.
And they gave us not like I think it was like $9,500, and we got a big freezer and refrigerator. We stocked up on everything, on all of like our pantry things, stuff that won't spoil and like that. And then we filled up that freezer with ribs and brisket and pulled pork, and it's really nice not having to use a residential refrigerator for our food anymore. Um, and it's made a huge difference. We had a couple deaths in the family. My husband's daughter died at 35 of a heart attack, and then my uncle accidentally shot himself. So we've been at a standstill, and I've kind of like shut down for a little bit as far as doing other things. But it is my intent that before the fall is up, I will have completed your program.
Because that's what I was trying to recall. I recall you joining the mentorship, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I know we talked and you were telling us you're in the food desert. It's not a lot of options out there. And now you've won $9,500. What gave you the confidence to
You
like
did.
at least reach out and see if money?
You did, because the way you were talking, and you were saying you have to find your own opportunities. You have to go out there and research and look. And since I knew Detroit, the city of Detroit, was getting like lots of federal money to do these type, they call it Motor City Match. I don't know if you've ever seen it, but it's really, really big. And Mayor Duggan has used it to, he used it to, um, what am I trying to say? I'm sorry, I'm having like a little brain fart. He used that money to revitalize the broken neighborhoods. And now, like, it's people who haven't been to Detroit in like 15 years wouldn't recognize it. Even in 10 years, they wouldn't recognize it. So I figured if the big cities was getting that, maybe us smaller cities were getting that as well. So I'm like, you know what? That's the easiest thing I can do is pick up the phone and make a phone call. And I did. And then they told me what we needed to do, which I had to like write like a, I don't want to say a thesis, but I literally had to write out what we wanted, why we wanted it, how we were going to use it, and how it was going to benefit the community. Because we're trying to bring our downtown back. Our downtown is just deserted. Everything that we used to have in the downtown area for Romulus is gone. And for some of you who are wondering where Romulus, Michigan is, if you've ever flown into Detroit Metropolitan Airport, you were in Romulus. The airport is right in the middle of our community. So our community is, you have the airport in the middle, and then you have the four corners, so to speak. And so and we're a bedroom community. There's very little in our community other than hotels, rental car places, and such for the airport.
Wow. Condolences for lifing. I get it. I
Hmm.
understand, and I'm happy to see you back. I know we haven't had much conversation since. I'm happy that you've won your first grant. Can we say congratulations in the chat, y'all, to
Could I
this?
ask you a quick question though? Before,
Yeah.
before my doctor comes in here. I've had somebody reaching out to me with your stuff, Black women in grant. I knew that wasn't you. I knew that wasn't you, and I blocked them. I blocked them.
Yeah,
So,
you would
okay.
know me because I
Somebody's
sent you.
trying to steal your stuff, and they're reaching
Yeah.
out to your people, asking them about filing grants for them. And I'm like, no, she doesn't do that. She's not doing it. She already told me it costs too much money for me. If you got the money to use me, then come on with it. And when I heard that, I was like, oh no, I don't have that kind of money.
So I make sure you guys have access to the mentorship program like you. And so, did you do any of the work in the program, or was it just our last conversation on the live that gave you the confidence to reach out and find your own opportunity?
I started working on it. Like I was reading it. I wasn't doing any of the actual work. I was just reading through it. But basically, it was you saying, look, you got to go out there. You got to find it. You got to look for it. And I just looked for the easiest, most um least, uh, what's the word I'm looking for?
The
The
lowest hanging
least
fruit.
blocks for me to get through it. What's the easiest one I can go after and still get something? And that's what I did.
So, like the lowest barrier to
Yes, that's the word.
win.
Barriers, the least amount of
Yeah,
barriers.
love it. Did you feel a certain way? Like, oh, not only is there money, but I've won it. Like, how did you feel after winning?
I felt really good and I felt appreciated by the city because, we moved to Romulus in 1980. So I was like 11 and I finished school there and I worked on the fire department for my community as paid on call firefighter for 18 years. So I'm really immersed in our community. Um, and just to be able to the city to come in and say, look, we appreciate our businesses and you can apply to get this grant. And now other things have come since then. We've gotten more caterings, and the city has been putting our businesses, like all the businesses, not just mine, but in the city, on the website so people know that we're there. And so they're really supporting us. And that really made me feel good.
Peaches, what's your real name? Is it Peaches?
Dawn,
Dawn,
Dawn S.
just S is the initial?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Can I share your story on our
Yes,
website? Okay.
absolutely.
Can you inbox me your more of your details? I know you just said S. I need your last name and just like
Okay.
I'm gonna use your testimonial of what can be possible. Also, do you know the website that the city is featuring you? I love to just go take a screenshot.
Um, You know what? It's probably buried at this point on
Oh,
the
okay. Okay.
community site because it's just Romulus. There's a city of Romulus. Um, there's a city of Romulus, and then there's stuff. I think it's like cityofromulusgov.com because for some reason they missed out on getting the .gov. But then they
Oh,
actually have Facebook page. They have a Facebook page for Romulus for the citizens and stuff like that. So they just put it on the community page on Facebook. So it's probably buried because it's been many months ago.
yeah. And what would you tell somebody? Because we got some restaurant owners on here, and I always try to encourage y'all that there is funding available. Even if you got to make your own way, I love that you were like, let me just see. You know, that shows the power of Black women. Like when we want something, we're going to find a way to make it happen. So, what would you say to our restaurant owners here, those that are going to come to the lives in the future,
Oh,
about
is it
looking?
time? Okay, I can't. I gotta go.
Okay,
Okay,
we
bye
will talk.
bye.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Bye. Okay, let me figure out. Okay, there we go. She disconnected. We're gonna find her, y'all. Can we celebrate Miss Peaches? I knew the doctor was gonna come in as soon as it started getting good. But I'm glad she's at the doctor's office. I've been doing the same thing this week. I got 3 more appointments set next week, so I know how it is. So hopefully she'll join us again. But that's how y'all do. Y'all do drive-by wins, and I love it. I'm like, wait a minute, come talk to us real quick. So we should have brought her up sooner. I had to make sure it was her though, because I remember our conversation. She also was hiding out, came on camera, talked to us a couple months ago, and told us about her living in a food desert, her restaurant being in a place where, it had suffered since COVID, and she was looking for a way to revive it. And so to think there was money sitting and waiting, all she had to do was ask. $9,500, new freezer, that's not residential. She got her commercial freezer, them ribs, and what all the things, all the food she's putting in there. That's why I say, tell me what type of food y'all make. What y'all put in the freezers. I love that for her. So we'll definitely be talking to her more, getting more of her story, and definitely sharing more. And I'm so excited. So what questions would you guys have now that y'all see this is what it's about? She came on the live, she engaged, she asked questions, she joined our mentorship program. By the way, the mentorship program is over at blackwomeningrants.com. Blackwomeningrants.com. And now she's a success story. It hasn't even been 90 days. I told y'all, give us 90 days. And I know it hasn't been 90 days because I was also in a program while I was talking to her. Oh, this is so exciting. It's exciting. I don't know what else to tell y'all. This is like literal proof. Thank you, Peaches, if you're still listening. I know you can't talk, but thank you for letting me know you've won. Thank you for sharing your story. I'm on Facebook right now. And we're going to figure this out because I love going back to read articles. This is what I tell y'all to do when you find people, when you find grants, go do the research on the people that have won grants. See how the grant is telling their story as to why they gave them the funding. And then you can add that to what we're talking about today and use that same verbiage, right? So we are celebrating Miss Peaches. Hello, Miss Gengard. How are you? Karen says, my question then is, where do I go to apply for a grant for accessibility upgrades? Peaches just told us she started in her city. A lot of cities recently got money. 2 of my cities, one in my hometown, one I live in, got about $4 or $5 million. And they showed the breakdown of how it starts at the top. They're going to use it for government offices, facilities, but then it goes all the way down to want to host a local class in your community. Are you already established and you need upgrades to your brick and mortar? They have them. So these Peaches is the perfect example of what we're talking about today. Getting help, upgrading your facility if you have the brick and mortar. And then, like she said, winning that money made her feel like more a part of the community. Like she felt appreciated by her community. So now I'm pretty sure, from what she told us, like people are, from our conversation couple months ago, she said they don't come and sit and eat in her restaurant, but they more like take orders to go. So that's going to motivate her to do more for the community, making sure they're coming in, picking up that food that's sitting in that new freezer thanks to that grant. Amen. Y'all see how this works? Y'all see how this works? This is how you win grants. And so she was saying the conversation that she and I had not even 60 days ago. It was not that long ago. That's why I was like, is this Peaches? You know, like, let me make sure we're talking about the same Peaches. I have a great memory. And she said that conversation just motivated her to ask. Ask is the literal 3-part formula that I teach you guys in our mentorship. Our mentorship is over at blackwomeningrants.com. And I teach you how to ask. Right. Yeah. And we didn't have time to get deep into the conversation. But just what she shared was gold enough to let you know that this works. These opportunities will not fall in your lap. But if you're prepared, like she and I had talked through, what do you need a grant for? How will you use the grant? What will winning a grant allow you to do? And so she knew exactly how she was going to spend that money, because also people want to win grants and just have it sit in their bank account talking about it's working capital. Grants don't fund that. She said, no, I need a new freezer. We need some ribs. We need whatever else she said, girl, I don't know. But she knew how the money was going to be spent. Amen. So we're grateful to Miss Peaches for sharing her story. Y'all want to hear Peaches? It's a perfect example. We're going to talk coming up. I'm going to get all the details. I'm very nosy. How was you feeling in the moment? What was you thinking? What did you say then? What did they say? Girl, I want the details. So thank you for popping in for 5 minutes. I always have to catch them on the drive-by wins, girl. That's what that is. So she's in our mentorship. One of the features is that you get to reach out to me via email, 24/7, unlimited access, and I will respond and help you out. But I know when people go quiet, they're usually out doing the work. And then I look forward. It's been a minute. I'm trying to think of our last. Oh, we had a drive-by win about 2 weeks ago. Comatose won 500, and she also is in the food industry. And now PJ is 9,500. I got to add her to our list. The question is, can I find the list on my desk? That's the question of the day. So welcome to my world, y'all. Trying to keep up with y'all wins. Try to take notes on what I learned. Come back and share them with y'all. Give you access to how to go win this money easily, quickly. It's possible. This is proof also you don't need a grant writer. That's why I tell y'all, quit trying to hire people to do this for you. She made a call herself using what we talked about. I have started doing bonus calls with those of you who join our mentorship. I try to give away one at least. So I have one available today. If you want to come join us over at blackwomeningrants.com, blackwomeningrants.com, the first one to join us in the mentorship, or we have a membership option over there as well. Come and join us, and I'll throw in a free bonus call to help you get started building out your grant application strategy. That's what Peaches and I did complimentary here on the live, and when she joined the mentorship that day as well. I did one yesterday. It went well over 90 minutes. I ain't gonna do that with everybody, but it got real good. Okay. I love in action, real time, that this works. My coach taught me about this years ago. You know, letting the work speak for itself, especially when those of you are here are live and can experience it. Romulus needs some black people. Peaches, what are black people? Romulus, I'm looking on their Facebook page. What Peaches at? So I'm gonna go keep being nosy. I'm still looking for Peaches grants, okay? I didn't plan on getting on here to teach. I'm supposed to be on here working, so I'm kind of doing two things. But I'm glad I did, because Peaches just shared with us her story. I'm so excited. Oh, I was looking for our list to add her to. I have our list of grant winners. I gotta find it. There we go. I'll be organized sometimes. I'm adding pages to our numbers real quick. If you want my help diving into how to talk this talk, speak these terms. I invite you to go claim your scholarship over at blackwomeningrants.com. Be the first person and get blessed with a 90-minute bonus call like me and Peaches got to have live here on the TikToks, where I help you pull out your grant application strategy. What are you applying for a grant for? Why? And how to tell a grant this is what you're looking for. And I love Peach's example today because even if the grant isn't specifically designed how you think, you have to run your business to qualify, she found a loophole. She's like, what else y'all got? Anything extra? Here's what I need specifically. And they came through because she was ready. And so typically we don't have to write proposals, etc. But for her, it was simply talking about her business. It was simply telling the story about what she needed funding for. And that's what I walked her through. That's what I do for you guys in the mentorship. Again, the website to join us in the mentorship, claim your scholarship and your free bonus call, being the first person to join us today, is www.blackwomeningrants.com. Blackwomeningrants.com. Let me do our new numbers here. So before today's live, we were at $332,960 in wins. Peaches makes number 18. I'm trying to interview and keep up with the numbers with our about 20 of our ladies that are in the mentorship. So $332,960 plus Peaches $9,500 win. We're at 342. My pen. 342, 460. There's a list of about 80 different grants and grant funded opportunities in the mentorship over at blackwomeningrants.com. It's only hard to win a grant if you don't know what you're doing. If you're trying to do it by yourself, if you're not in community, if you don't know the code words, you can't get in the club. Hey, what's the secret word? I'm literally giving you the answer. My name is Dr. AJ Austin, founder of blackwomeningrants.com. I have personally won over $1 million in grants and grant funded opportunities. Over at blackwomeningrants.com is my year-long mentorship program. We have almost 700 ladies in the program. Peaches is one. She just joined us on the live, who has recently won a $9,500 grant for her restaurant business in Michigan. And I'm here to help Black women, for-profit, small business owners find, apply for, and win grants. You can do like Peaches. Take what we talked about today. Come join us in the mentorship. Go out and get your first grant. You don't have to tell me your sob story. You don't have to tell me how hard it is. You've been trying. I just gave you the cheat code. Y'all think this is something? I have tons of notebooks just like this. This is one of my recent books I wrote called The Grant Game. It's in our mentorship program over at blackwomeningrants.com. I literally use it as my curriculum now to teach y'all. I got notes here. They're all over my desk. They're in my front room. I sit and I go through and I study grants as I win them. So these are grants that come across my desk. These are grants that are available. These are grants that my clients have won, are winning, about to win. But more importantly, I'm looking through terms and conditions. I'm reading the fine print that you don't want to read. And then I'm coming back and giving you the cheat cliff notes, the codes to how to win this funding. Funding is available for your business. It is available for your business. It does not matter what type of business you have. It matters what you're looking for funding for. This is how you win grants quick, okay? This is how you win grants. This is why some of y'all have not won a grant yet, but you can. If you've been listening, taking notes, asking questions, engaging, really curious about how to win grants. Some people want to struggle. Some people just want to say it ain't working for them. Some people just want to complain. Some people just want to sit in their misery. Have at it. But if you want the cheat codes, this is where you start. blackwomeningrants.com is your next step to come join us in the mentorship program. Just like Peaches. She's like, I haven't even dove into all the information and I just won a grant. It ain't even been the 90 days that you tell us to give us. You just told us what to say. Like I just spent an hour with y'all today telling. and she won a grant. I'm about to go find her information. I'm gonna use my computer as well. I'm using my tablet. We're about to get her story up on the website. We've added her to our list. I keep a list on my desk. It's kind of roaming around. I don't know if y'all can see this, but this is our list of winners, starting with Raven DuVernay, who's won $100,710. It may be backwards. I just realized that. But these are our list of grant winners. We got Deanna Joy. So Raven DuVernay is a Black woman farmer in Baltimore. She's won $100,710. Deanna Joy is a nonprofit grant writer. She's won $86,000 so far for herself with her for-profit business as well as her clients. Shanika has won $5,000. She won the City Trends Black History Month grant. Tamika Barber has won a grant for her mother-in-law who has Lou Gehrig's disease. And so she found a society here in Georgia that gave her a grant to help cover a month of medical expenses on behalf of her mother-in-law. Ashley Rankin owns an organic skincare line. She's won $42,000 so far in winnings. Tanika Sands Hendricks is a swim instructor in New York. She's won $24,000 so far. And she's up next to win a $20,000 small business pitch competition this month. There is Comatose. I told y'all about her. She has a catering company. She just won $500, her first grant. Selena won, it's either $10,000 or $12,000, but she won $10,000 to do a back to school drive. And then I think the additional $2,000 came from just her business. So she helped her community help send kids back to school with school supplies. Brittany, I told y'all about her. She owns the Co-work commercial kitchen space up in Virginia. She just won her first $15,000 small business pitch competition, 90 days out of the mentorship program. Eartha won a $250 small business pitch competition in 60 seconds, just talking about her business. Paula won a $7,500 grant for her nonprofit, and I don't even help nonprofits. So look at our nonprofit grant writer, winning money for her clients. Paula with the nonprofit, winning money for her nonprofit, and I ain't even teaching from the nonprofit perspective. Look at God. Won't he do it? We got Miss Fab, who's won $9,000. She won $8,500 of it for a legal packet to help her get established with her intellectual property, her trade mark, her LLC, articles of incorporation, etc. Desiree, she has a food line called Easy Oat Burgers, where she makes burgers out of oats, vegan friendly option. She's won $13,000 in winnings. Victoria, who helps women launch their own podcast, she's won over $4,500 in winnings. One was for a she won a scholarship. I can't even remember how much it was, but for a financial training program. She wanted to get her money right as she launched her business, and they sponsored her tuition. Karen has won $3,500. She has a seasonal pop-up bakery where she does festivals in the fall, and in the off season she's helping the homeless. So she's winning money for that. Love has won $5,000 from the FedEx grant. She has a fashion line. Tolu has won $3,500, and then today, Peaches, our restaurateur, has won $9,500. So collectively, the last 18 ladies that are doing the work in our mentorship program over at blackwomeningrants.com has won $342,460 in wins. You want next? You got next? Head over to blackwomeningrants.com. Come join us. Claim your scholarship. There is a scholarship to come join us. It'll let you in the mentorship for $147 for a full year. There is Klarna, there's Afterpay, and there's Affirm if you need payment arrangements on that $147. I got you. And if you need me to hold your hand and kind of walk with you through the grant finding, the grant application, and the grant winning process, what to do when you win, then choose option number 2, Grant Prep Academy. That's all over at blackwomeningrants.com. The difference between the two options is me, live with you in Grant Prep Academy. Our mentorship program called The Grant Game is independent study, so I'm not doing it with you, but I am on standby in your email. Send me a message, ask me a question about grants, and I got you. And then in the meantime, I'm following up with y'all here on our TikTok lives, hearing about your wins, asking you more questions because I'm nosy, coaching you through where you're stuck, what are your frequently asked questions, and then introducing you to new ways that you can start to get your application to stand out in these small business grant opportunities. Okay. Yes, there is a grant available for your business. Yes, you can win a grant, even if you're a startup and haven't started yet. Yes, you can win a grant if you haven't made a lot of money in your business. Yes, you can win a grant if you have more than one business. Yes, you can win more than one grant for that one business. Yes, you can win grants for all the businesses that you run, but not at the same time. Just pick a focus, pick a priority, which business you want to win funding for first, and then let's build out your framework, which is your grant application strategy. That's where I help you start over at www.blackwomeningrants.com. Blackwomeningrants.com. Right now, the scholarships are first come, first serve. They allow me to work with you guys, and grants cover the back end. Regular investment that is coming soon is $997. So if you got that just laying around to spare, congratulations, you get to invest at a higher level. If you need the scholarship or just want it because it's available, go get it. Blackwomeningrants.com. And the first person that joins us in the mentorship today wins a free call with me. 90 minutes. Many of you want to get on the phone with me. Many of you want to talk with me one-on-one. Many of you want my undivided attention. I give you 90 minutes asking you questions, talking through what you need to be applying for grants for your Black woman-owned for-profit small business. So it's a no-brainer. No hesitation. You shouldn't be on the fence. If you are, get off. Come on, let's go. We got money to win. There are people literally depending on you to win this money. So take yourself, your feelings, your emotions, your hesitations, your doubts, your disbeliefs out of it. It ain't about you. It's about who God has called you to serve. Those people are waiting on you to win this money. Hello? And I'm saying that with heavy conviction to you, transferring that over. Because if I want to jump on the live, Peaches I wouldn't have known Peaches won that grant today. You wouldn't be here getting what you need to go win your next grant. So if I got to do it, you got to do it too. Let's go. Let's do it together, okay? Let's share in this success. It's possible. It's easier than you think. A lot of y'all are overthinking this process. It's not hard. It doesn't take a long time. If you've been applying for grants consistently and not winning, you're missing something. And guess what? You are the common denominator. Okay, let's get you some help. Let's get you in a community of winners, not just people sitting around talking about grants, teaching through theory and what other people have done. I'm teaching you by what I do successfully. Y'all just witnessed one of my top 17 success stories that I focus on a lot on our lives. Okay, you can meet. I'm doing our top 20 because that's what I can commit to right now. So we got 2 spots left as of today. So Peaches was number 18. I got 2 winners. We're about to hit 500,000 in wins before the end of this year. In Jesus' name, amen. And you could be one of those last 2 that's going to make our top 20 list. Y'all ready? I'm ready for you, okay? Let's go. Thank y'all for hanging out. Meet me over at blackwomeningrants.com, www.blackwomeningrants.com. Come be one of our top 20 grant winners as we hit $500,000 in wins before the end of this month. Find out how to find, apply for, and win grants for your Black woman-owned for-profit small business. Until we meet again, my friends, y'all have a phenomenal rest of your day. And I'll talk to you soon. God bless. Bye, future grant winners.